Well, I would say you need to be honest about what you want. At the end of the day, every relationship comes with a certain level of exclusivity. This person wants to know that they are the only one you have in their lives. It gives a certain level of vulnerability and safety in the relationship, knowing that this is my partner in crime for life. This is the person I'm doing life with at the end of the day. So if you are in this promising relationship, according to you, it is promising. But at the same time, you are thinking about having a side piece on the side. I don't think you are doing your partner any good. When you become a jack of all trades, you are not able to get the most and the best out of your romantic relationship. It's just like trading. And like the Bible says that you can't be a master of two things. You will love one and hate the other. You put so much honor and value on one than you do with the other. So I don't think you can get the best out of your relationship life if you want to do it with multiple people with no level of exclusivity. But then at the end of the day, you also need to be honest with this person that you are entering into a relationship with, or that you are in a relationship with. Hey, I know it's not good, it's not advisable, it's not ethical for you to keep multiple relationships, romantic ones. However, can you be honest with this person that, Charlie, or gee, this is what I'm going through, or this is what I'm planning to do, and hear from them. I think it's more of you being honest with them, okay? Then if they agree, both of you are two adults. You can do what you want to do with your life, but that is not what I would even advise in the first place. So yes, if you want the best out of your relationship, then you need to do it to a certain level of exclusivity. Even in people who are even keeping just one person, they tell you that it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication and intentionality to enjoy your romantic relationship. How much more trying to do it with other interference and interjections from third party? That's my personal opinion. However, it depends on you again. Exclusivity, inclusivity in relationships goes a long way to affect the outcome of it. But it's again your choice to make. And make sure that you stick to the consequences of your choice. Okay? Now you can leave your comments. Let me also know the nuances, what you also think about this situation. Wow, that's a very good one. Dealing with breakups and disappointments in relationships or heartaches in relationships can become sometimes very difficult to deal with, especially if you were the cause of the disappointment. Probably you lied to them, probably you cheated on them, or you were not transparent with them at a certain level. As a result of that, they are disappointed, they are hurt, and they are going through a lot of emotional turmoil. Giving them an ultimatum concerning the time they should actually get healed, else you are going to leave the relationship, can be a difficult pill for them to swallow, especially if you were the cause of the heartaches and the disappointment they are going through. At the back of it, I want to even ask you, how are you even supporting them as they are going through this situation? Some people may go through disappointment as a result of what you have done to them. So let's say you cheated on them, right? Or you lied to them, and they feel they can't take it anymore because cheating or lying to them is actually a big deal. But if they decide to stay and you also want to stay with them, then you still need to give them that grace and that room. You need to be encouraging them. You need to be helping them. You need to be, if you need to advise them to go for counseling, you need to, because yes, you are the one who caused them pain, but you can't be the one to bring them healing. Yes, you are the one who brought them the disappointment, but you can't be the same person to take the disappointment away. It will take a neutral third party who is not involved in the situation to help. So if they still want to continue this relationship, then I would want you to be around to encourage them, to be around to give them the necessary support that they need in this journey. But you can't fly out, throw out an ultimatum to them because maybe probably the hurt and the disappointment they are going through is also affecting you negatively. At the end of the day, you were the cause of the problem, okay? So you need to be there to give them the necessary support. However, if you were not even the cause of the problem they are going through, you still need to give them the relevant support they need. It's different from when they are not even putting in the work to get healed. They are not going for counseling or seeking counsel or reading some self-help books that can help them become better from where they are to where they are going. That is quite different. But if you are seeing the effort they are putting into the situation, then you need to give them the maximum support they need. I've counseled another extreme situation where this person doesn't want to do anything about their pain. They just want to be numbed. They have become desensitized. They are just nonchalant. They don't care, but they are in a relationship with you, and that can put so much strain on you and the relationship. In that situation, then you need to advise yourself on what you really need to do. Sometimes, if your absence in their life cannot cause them to do what's better, even for themselves, then your presence is likely not doing anything at all. I'm not saying threaten them with breakup, but if you think they are not going for the healing necessary and it's also affecting your emotions and affecting you negatively, and you've tried all other avenues but it seems not to be working, you've sought for counsel, you've asked for help from people in authority and all, but it looks like it's still not working, then I'm afraid you need to take that hard decision of actually letting them or letting the relationship go if they are not willing to put in their work. However, you need to make sure that you threw all your cards at them. You wanted to give them the necessary support and all, but they still decided they were going to wallow in self-pity and self-abasement. So let me know what you also think about this. Sometimes dealing with these things can become problematic if I don't have the full detail, on what's actually transpiring. But then again, these are some few insights that can help you here or there. So let me know what you also think about this situation. Is it right that I give an ultimatum to my partner for what they are going through, especially when I was the cause of the problem or the situation they find themselves in? Well, I don't think you are doing yourself a great disservice if you decide to withhold from giving too much to this person, especially when relationship is at the beginning stages or when you guys are now checking yourselves out to know whether you are eligible or not. Yes, some people have the great tendency to put their best foot forward because they really want this to catch this person's attention, or they really want to be attracted to this person. So I get all that, but I've learned even from companies who even offer services and products to people that you don't offer these services and goods free of charge. Otherwise, they are not going to value it, or they are going to trample upon it. See, you are not the only one who wants to serve people. You are not the only one who is an act of service kind of person that when you enter into every relationship, you just want to full-fledged give yourself out. You want to be serviceable, you want to be available, you want to just be giving and pouring into them. Other even NGOs have a lot of services they want to render to the public. However, you still need to give them trial versions. You still need to hold yourself so that you can have clarity of mind and of purpose to assess and investigate this person really well. Otherwise, whenever emotions are involved as a result of the investment or overinvestment you have done into the situation and the person, it begins to cloud your judgment, and you still don't see any reason to hold back when you think this person is becoming toxic. So that is why it is advisable that yes, you may think, yes, I'm denying myself by not pouring into this person and all, but you need to give them trial versions so that when they qualify for a proper relationship, and even most cases marriage, then you can now give them the benefits that they require. This is important. Otherwise, you'll be giving them benefits that should be accrued to people who are married or people who are in a committed romantic relationship. You'll be giving it to them prematurely, and they will become fatigued. They will get enough of it, and they won't see any value in you again. And sometimes those benefits you are giving to them are the same reason why they are even slowing down their pace, and it's like they are no longer interested. It's like you have to force them to be committed. Why? Because you place the cards before the horse. So really, what's there to look out for, knowing that I have everything on the silver platter? And again, I understand there are situations where you give everything, you pour yourself into this person even at the beginning stage of friendship or relationship, and eventually it turns out for your good, but we are looking at the statistics. We are looking at the odd against the scenario I just painted are too much. And I don't want you to do yourself a great disservice by being in that category where you even assess your past relationships and see how they've taken advantage of you. Sometimes you may think that it's their fault, but I also think you need to take a personal inventory. You are not building boundaries around your emotions. You are not building boundaries around your being vulnerable. You are not building boundaries around your being serviceable to these people and pouring into their needs. That is why it looks like they are taking advantage of you. So if 2 or 3 people have jilted you, and it is all in the name of, I wanted to be my best self, I wanted to give them all that they needed to know about me, I wanted to convince them that I'm the right person for me, and all these 3-4 people, you see, it tells you that the pattern is clear, that there is something you are doing wrong. Maybe you are desperate. Maybe you are giving up that energy that you want to be in a relationship at all costs. That is why they are taking advantage of you. Maybe you are afraid. You see, because you are appearing desperate, you are afraid that if you don't pour yourself into them enough, if you don't, if you are not 100% available to them enough, even though they are not yet committed, you think if you don't do that, it's going to affect their decision to wanting to be with you or not. But like I always say, standards do not drive the right people away. If they are truly right for you and they really mean business with you, the fact that you are holding back sex, holding back money, holding back your availability a bit just to assess the situation will mean that they will appreciate and cherish you and see you to be a person of worth and value, knowing very well that you know what you carry, you know you are made of good stuff. However, you want to take things one at a bit so that you can see the situations well and get the clarity you need. I don't think you are doing yourself a great service if you have to give your all to this person when they have not promised you commitment. So yes, I want to encourage you that just be patient. When they are truly right for you, when they are now committed, and when they get married to you, you can offer yourself as a living sacrifice to them, holy and acceptable unto them. Okay, but please take your time and assess the situation and know where their head is at, and know whether they truly mean business with you. And you come to know that if you are giving too much or investing too much in the situation, it will cloud your judgment. But let me know what you think about that. Do you think I'm doing myself a great disservice if I'm pouring out to the dating situation or dating dynamic because I'm an act of service kind of person? Yeah, so piggy banking from the guy who said he has a promising relationship, yet he wants to have a side piece on the side. You know, you are supposed to do unto others as you want others to do unto you. So my personal opinion is, if the lady is also supposed to have a promising relationship with you, yet is also going to have a side piece, would you be okay? So I think sometimes the double standard men have, where they want to do unto the lady, but they don't want the lady to do the same thing to them. It doesn't really help at the end of the day, but the choice is yours. So we'll be doing more of these Q&As in our upcoming videos. So I want you to check out my mail in the description. You can send all your questions there, and we are going to give you the response in a video form. But don't forget to continue giving the comments as we build a community together. See ya.